a cheating death. We lose our minds and hold our breaths.
Hello my night wolves, and welcome back to another video on my channel, and today I'm here with creating 4 Sims. I am going to be starting the 4 Immortal Sisters challenge, and I'm kind of following the rules that are given to me, but I'm also not following the rules. Well, I am following the rules. The thing is, it didn't say anything about the sisters being like a culty or anything, but I'm like really into like the occult. I love the occults in The Sims. I just don't have like stories to go with it, and I'm really bad at storytelling, so I like to do challenges that people like make. And the 4 Immortal Sisters was made back in The Sims 3 and then converted to The Sims 4, so I'm doing it now. And I made 3 of the sisters witches, and I have 1 sim that is a mermaid. She was a witch, but then she turned herself into a mermaid because she is the water sim and she loves water. But yeah, so the 4 Immortal Sister is elements: earth, fire, air, water. So I made them all different like beings. So earth is a deer, I guess you can say. They are able to shapeshift, so she can shapeshift into something similar to a deer. I don't know. She has antlers, and then she can shapeshift into a regular human. And then I made Fire Sister look like a vampire, which I originally was going to make her a vampire, but I feel like that's kind of like good. Not because like yes, they're immortal, and I could have made them all vampires and then bam, immortal forever, unless they step out into the sun, but I thought that shouldn't be like the case. So I mean, I didn't make her into a vampire, but she has like a vampire form that she can shapeshift into, but she doesn't drink blood or anything like that. She just likes, you know, the vampire vibes. So fire is a vampire, water is a mermaid, obviously, and she has like 2 forms that she can shapeshift into, which I didn't realize it, but something happened with my recording and it jumped over 2 of the sisters, or 3 of the sisters. It jumped over water and fire. So yeah, 2 of the sisters, not 3 of the sisters. So it suddenly will be me working on earth and then jump to air, me working on air, and I don't know what happened and why suddenly it did that. It was super weird, and I'm like, oh great, so you guys didn't get to see me create them. But I do have some bits and pieces where I had stopped my recording and restarted my recording because I had to go off and find certain custom content that I wanted to add to the sisters. So I ended up stopping my recording, going to get that custom content, getting back into games, restarting my recording. So you'll get to see me like add certain things to the sisters and whatnot. And then at the end, I do have it where I go through each of the outfits and do like a spin around so you guys can see what at least the outfits that they have. I'm so sorry that it just suddenly cuts and jumps to air. I really don't know why that is. But anyways, an air is a fairy. She can shapeshift into a fairy, and then she can shapeshift into a human form, but she loves being a fairy so much that even though she's in her human form, she'll keep her pointed ears because she loves her pointed ears very much, and I also like them a lot. I kind of want to do it like follow the rules, but also like add my own twist to it instead of just like following, you know, the rules, because I normally do that when I start a challenge. I follow the rules, which is totally fine, but I also like to throw in my own twist now, and makes it a little bit more funner for me. I did make them into like spellcasters, so the spellcasters I will do maybe like some of the magics for them. Like I think there's like a cleaning spell. One of the Sims is going to be in charge of like cleaning, so I might have her get a cleaning spell, so cleaning is much easier for her or something. I went out of order of the Sim, so it was supposed to be fire you did first, and then water, then air, then earth. So I kind of went out of order. Okay, so we are starting with earth, and her name is Ivory. I gave them the last name Woods. I didn't know what I want their last names to be. I kind of want it to be kind of whimsical or something. I didn't know what to name it, so I was sitting there hitting the random button, and woods I think popped up, and I'm like, nah, and then hit the random button again. I'm like, but I kind of like woods, so I ended up going with woods. She can leave lot at 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. to fish and gather harvestables, and she can start a garden or sell the harvestables. And because she's so connected to Earth, she'll definitely start a garden. So she's in charge of finding the cow plants and planting them and growing them. Earth Sister's aspiration is freelance botanist. Her traits are active, loves the outdoors. You get to pick her other trait, so the options are self-assured, vegetarian, animal enthusiast, or green fiend. And I went with animal enthusiast because I felt like that fit her, because you know she can shapeshift into a deer, so animal enthusiast definitely fits her. Yeah, so each of the sisters kind of have a role to play in the household. So that's what I read in the beginning was Earth's roles. And now I'm going to give you Water's roles, what she has to do. This sister has to take care of all the kids, take care of the house and anything that breaks in the household, as well as cooking for the family. She can help Air with toddler skills. So Air is going to be kind of in charge of raising like the toddlers, but she's also in charge of taking care of the kids, so she can help with the toddler skill building as well. Water's aspiration is painter extraordinaire. Her traits are neat, family oriented, and you get to pick a trait, which you got options of perfectionist, creativity, or creative, child of the ocean, which I went with child of the ocean. So she's neat, family oriented, and child of the ocean, and her name is Pearl, which I really like, and she looks like a pearl. So after Water is Fire. She's the only one that is allowed to leave the lot whenever she wants. So she can go at night, during the day, whenever she can leave the lot. She has to seduce townies to feed to the cow plants, but before she feeds the townie to the cow plant, she must have a baby by the townie. So if she seduces a woman, she'll do a science baby. If she seduces a man, obviously she will bear the child. And then once the child is born, she does not want anything to do with the child, and therefore that's why Water is in charge of taking care of the children. So her sisters are technically the ones that are going to be raising the children. She doesn't want anything to do with them. She doesn't want to raise them or nothing. But she can mentor them in music once they are teenagers. Her aspiration is serial romantic. Her traits are non-committal, hates children, and then you get to pick a trait. So the options are music lover, outgoing, self-absorbed. So I picked self-absorbed for her, and her name is Phoenix. And last but not least is Air, and she's in charge of the toddlers, helps kids and teens with homework. She is the breadwinner, so she's the only one in the household that is allowed to work. You're not allowed to do a job where you have to follow her to work. Her aspiration is a best-selling author. Her traits are genius, bookworm, and we get to pick one, which is loner, ambitious, overachiever, or socially awkward, and I went socially awkward for her. And her name is Airy. So I forgot to go over the skills. I accidentally skipped over the skills for each of the elements, but these is the skills for Fire. She has to do mixology, any musical instrument of your choosing, charisma, comedy, mischief, juice fizzing, media production, dancing. Water skills are cooking, handiness, painting, parenting, baking, cross-stitching, knitting. Air's skills are logic, writing, programming, photography, vampire lore, veterinarian, research and debate, robotics, and fabrication. These are a lot of skills, and we have to max all of them, so this is going to be fun. Earth's skills are gardening, fitness, fishing. herbalism, wellness, floral arrangement, and skiing. You can lose this challenge if one of the sisters age up, so they start as a young adult. They must stay as a young adult. They cannot age up. You have to buy that youth potion thing to drink to keep them young, to keep them as a young adult. If one of the sisters dies, I will lose. And if one of the kids have been taken away by social services. So if one of the kids get taken away, then I'll lose too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are looking forward to me building the house. I did go on the gallery to find a house that I wanted to download that had like enough bedrooms for like the kids and the 4 sisters, but everything was like very lavish and you know, that kind of stuff. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to put in the effort and build a house for them. But yeah, anyways, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Ring that bell if you want to see more videos for me. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you beautiful night wolves in the next video. Goodbye.
We try so hard to waste it all, waste our love before it's gone. And just like kids are cheating death, we lose our minds and hold our breaths, and cut right through the glossy layers, with no time for empty prayers. Always someone to defeat, but no surrender, no retreat. Try so hard to waste it all, waste our love before it's gone. You aimed right at my blue suede heart, still alive, I count my stars. And this is how we live our You and I.